Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Underrail Expedition. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in the Commons cafeteria. And there's a kitty somewhere around there, and sheepers, but we need to go talk to Tanner. Counselor Tanner is in his office in the Commons, level 3, that's where we are. We're also going to go over here, because this looks like, I need to turn on all the lights. We know we need to turn all the it is how it is. It is how it is. It's a thing. And that's Hadrian Tanner over there. The fellow whom we saw at the beginning of the last episode because of, well, not actually the beginning because I took a bunch of time to create my character and all that sort of stuff. I'm sure a lot of people are going to comment on that. Come on, play the game. Let's play the game. The man behind the desk is Hadrian Tanner, the counselor who admitted you into Southgate Station. Even during your first encounter with him, he struck you as an unusual-looking individual. Setting aside his impressive stature, one finds it difficult not to notice how his thick, bushy hair and beard envelop most of his head. That, in addition to his opaque glasses covering his eyes, which you've never noticed him without, means that you can see very little of his face and its expression. His somewhat dirty scavenger outfit, which he wore earlier as well, clashes with the clean, finely furnished office, suggesting that Tanner probably does most of his work in the field, or that he just has a terrible sense of style. As soon as he finishes typing, he raises his head and reaches out to shake your hand. His big hand, tucked into dark brown gloves, makes yours seem like that of a child in comparison, and you especially feel his large fingers to be twice as thick as yours. His deep voice feels distant and calming when he addresses you.
Congratulations once again, Carrie, and welcome to our small community. You scored very well on our tests. No small feat that. I'm sure you'll turn out to be a valuable and respected citizen, but more importantly, I hope you'll find peace and kinship here, which are so hard to come by in the chaos surrounding us.
I've yet to get to know many other Southgaters, but I have a good feeling I'll fit in with the rest of the crowd pretty well.
I believe so too. People from many different backgrounds reside in this station. Whatever your interests may be, I'm sure you'll find someone who shares them here. I hope the earthquake didn't disturb you much and you were able to rest a bit from all the testing, for you have much work to do today. Events have transpired that require your attention. Are you ready for some field work?
Well, how much damage did the earthquake cause?
Not much damage to the station itself. There were no casualties, fortunately. Regardless, the railroad tunnel has caved in, so we're cut off until the rubble has been cleared up. It's nothing that you should be concerning yourself with at this point in time. Now back to the business at hand. First, you can have your weapon back. Lucas at the armory should have it. And while you're there, you might want to drop by the shooting range since you'll be doing some field work today. It might not be a bad idea to warm up in case things get ugly. Speak to Gorski if he's there. He'll help you set up for some practice sessions. However, that is entirely up to you.
Yeah, that was the Gorski. Wasn't Gorski maybe not. The person that we could have, the yawning person from the beginning of the game. I don't know. Understood. And what is this field work you mentioned?
Down in the tunnels below our station, just to the north of Crossroad Caves, lies a series of abandoned outposts. These outposts were built by another station a long while ago for the purpose of scouting and defense. In time, they fell to decay. I want you to retake them so that they might once again serve the same purpose. However, in order to do so, you will need to activate the main power generator that's located inside one of them. Harold from the engineering sector thinks he knows how to get the generator operational, so he should be your first stop after we are done here. As far as I'm aware, there are a total of 5 outposts plus the one with the generator. I don't know if it's possible to activate all of them, but try to activate at least 3. You may also want to talk to Jonas at the Crossroad Watch Post. It's down in the tunnels just outside the station. You'll be passing through there anyway. He's one of our most experienced scavengers, and has probably seen more of South Underrail than any of us here. He'll surely have some useful advice for you.
I remember him, absolutely. So how well is... this is for a reward. Why are we retaking these outposts?
That's an important strategic position, should certain factions attempt to encroach further into our zone of control. Besides, cleaning them out will also push some of the unwanted wildlife further away from SGS, so it's also beneficial in that regard.
Wildlife?
Yeah, I understand a few packs of rat hounds moved into the area, but you best talk to Jonas regarding that. He'll have more details. He knows that area inside out. All right, I'll be off then. Oh, and one more thing before you go. Pasquale, our station's chief physician, wanted to see you, so you should probably pop down to his office in the medical sector when you have the time.
Got it. I will be doing that. There's a couple of things that I definitely need doing. Need to do, I should say. There's things that need doing, and we will do them. But one of the things is, as you might recall from last episode, we gain experience from oddities, which means opening absolutely everything. Also meat. I do like cave hopper. It's a nice meat. Yeah, so opening absolutely everything is a good thing. And the reason for that is that oddities will show up inside these things. So should I take all these? I should indeed. Because nobody is here to see, so I will take all of that. There's no cameras in here, and nobody's gonna be mad at me. Hi, I definitely didn't steal everything. Bye. They're not suspicious. It's fine. It's all good. Ooh, we have another whatever. What is this? They have a name for this sort of stuff. Conference room. That's what I wanted to say. It's not really a conference room. It's more like a different thing. Ooh, and we have serrated bolts. Now, bolts are used exclusively with crossbows. We don't have bows. Although the expansion might have added something new. I don't know. I know there's new weapons, but I don't know what they are. And they're special types of ammo. They're very, very useful. They're basically like spells, because a lot of them, like, there's stunning, there's fire, explosion, and a bunch of other things. So they're very useful like that, but we'll not be using them because we'll be using spells, which is also something that I hope we'll be learning today. I still haven't finished talking to the people over here, but we'll come back to do that. I just want to keep the first few episodes in a pace that is more or less, brisk. What can you tell me about those outposts near the Crossroad Caves? They were used by the Omega as part of the defensive perimeter against our station. We managed to break the perimeter, though, and they have lain in ruin ever since. One of the entrances to the Omega base lies to the north of them. Oh. Okay. Who are the Omega? They were a neighboring station, but unfortunately some hotheads, primarily on their side, must say, decided that coexistence was not possible. A minor incident escalated into a series of skirmishes, and then, well, finally, war. Unfortunately for them, we were stronger, and it was we who ended the war. They no longer have a station or a community, but we paid a high price as well. All of that could have been avoided, but what's done is done. Well, what can you tell me about the Protectorate? I could tell you a lot, but the important thing for you to know is that it's primarily a military organization led by General Melek. Their goal is to unite all of the Underrail under their control. For what reason exactly? That's debatable. Ignore the opinionated voices telling you the Protectorate is your friend or your enemy. It is neither. The existence of such an organization at this point is unavoidable considering the political climate. While its manifestation could have been better, know that it could have been worse as well. Much worse. As far as SJS is concerned, we're pursuing a clear policy of neutrality. Yeah, it sounded like that. Although if they decide to be our enemy, they will be our enemy. Your neutrality will go right out the window. Or your friend. These are very important people. We're gonna deal with them later. Tell me about the United Stations. United Stations organization is a diplomatic offshoot of the Protectorate. It seeks to unify the stations through peaceful, he does air quotes, means where possible through politics and economy. Make no mistake though, I always say that. I always do. Anyway, United Stations are under Protectorate control and are effectively one organization. However, the United Station administration is not as monolithic as that of the Protectorate. This will, I predict at some point, when a certain strong figure is no longer in place, bring about interesting events. A certain strong finger. I get what you mean, wink wink. Yeah. What is your policy of neutrality? I do air quotes as well. Exactly. Well, actually, that was a quote, so I didn't do air quotes. It's the position we have taken in regards to the Protectorate and the United Stations in regards to their effort to unite the whole of Underrail under their control. We're not necessarily against the idea of unification, but at this point, it would be beneficial for us to be merged
It would not be beneficial for us to be merged into this large centralized organization, since we stand to lose more than we might gain. Also, many of our members came from different organizations that were at various points in one conflict or another with the Protectorate. Allowing Protectorate laws, and more importantly troops, jurisdiction over our territory may bring harm to our citizens. We cannot have that. Perhaps at a different point, after the Protectorate and the United States are adequately reformed and a broad amnesty agreement is put in place regarding previous conflicts, perhaps then the time of unification will come. Okay, well, that is very nice. The very, very thorough introduction. Well, I'll say thorough, but I mean broad might be the correct term. Not necessarily very deep, because we'll learn a lot more about these guys, but a very broad introduction to the whole political situation that we're in right now. So I will not go anywhere right now. Let's talk to Herod at engineering, and let's go to Pasquale. I say Pasquale. I don't know how it's pronounced. The only voice acting is of the Kitty. So I need to go to level 6 to medical and psionics, mostly because this is where we're gonna learn and become a Psion. Because right now, our health is at 129. I don't know where it goes after we become a Psion. Oh. There's nothing much back there, by the way. I remember having finally 90 hacking, and I'm gonna hack all the things, and then I went in there, and well, that was that. Is it here? It is here. Yes, it is Pasquale that I need to talk to. We've got a bodybuilder. Building muscles, sis. Make them gains, he says. Do you? Well, I can't take your stuff, unfortunately. There's some target practice. I could punch. Let's go ahead and do that. Can I? Let's save, just in case people turn against me for reasons. So I can punch you. Yeah! 5 mechanical damage. Yeah! Look at all that. It's a weird sound effect. It doesn't even start combat. It's just punching. Very good. I'm very good. 70% to hit out of that. My, yeah, I'm not very good at this. Where's the thing? So dodge, it's 0. Everything is bad, but it's on purpose. So I'm coming over here because I need to get some stuff. Namely, actually that doctor, yeah, we can take this. Namely, these things, take all of them. And the footlockers don't have anything. That much I know. So let's have a chat with the doctor. I don't think the doctor says anything. Shh, let him rest. I'm sorry. Bye. And there's a surgeon in there looking at the lot of blood. Hi, Pasquale. How's it going? Can I look at your stuff? Just looking at your things, let me have a chat with you. Because Pasquale is a very important character. Ah, hello, Carrie. First of all, let me congratulate you on your admittance to our little station. I am sure you'll love it here. It's good that you came. I actually wanted to talk to you about some of the results after all those tests we did earlier. Is there something wrong with me? Oh, no, quite the contrary. Sorry if I scared you. You see, test results show that you have certain amounts of psionic potential. You mean like I can read people's minds? No, not really. Well, not yet anyway. Perhaps one day if you train your mind right. Okay, let me just tell you a bit about the psionic potential first. It's a relatively rare, inheritable complex genetic trait that triggers development of certain otherwise latent components in the brain. It allows a person to perform some subtle psionic invocations, such as influencing the minds of others, as well as some not so subtle ones, such as causing radical temperature changes and telekinetic manipulations. How did this genetic trait come to be? Well, no one is really sure. Research indicates that it's a relatively recent genetic mutation, but it sure could not have been a random one. So many things about it are just too complex and convenient to be anything but artificially designed. Yeah, I've heard that argument before. Just not applied to psionic things. Anyway, there are problems with this theory, though. Former Biocorp's head of genetic research, Hal Roche, outlines these problems best in his theses. I won't bore you with the details, but the essence of the problem is that with the technology that we currently have at our disposal, creating, testing, and integrating such complex genetic structures is simply not possible without a colossal amount of trial and error work. Such trial and error work, Roche argued,
that even if you combined all of the genetic processors in the world in his time and let them work on this subject for the entire time of their existence, they would still be extremely unlikely to produce these results. Furthermore, Roche points out that the areas of the brain where the psionic activity takes place were never even properly charted, let alone genetically decoded. So you see, it's a bit of a mystery. Yeah, we know much more about how to make it work, and than how it actually does. Oh, that is interesting. Indeed, it is. Anyway, is there something else you wanted to know? Well, how do I realize this potential? You must first disable your psionic inhibitor. It's a neural structure in your brain that prevents you from accessing your psionic projection centers. We assume it was designed to prevent the infants from unwittingly harming themselves or those around them. There are ways to do this by extended meditation, but, that can take years. We have more efficient methods nowadays. He reaches into his pocket and takes out a large red pill. This pill will take care of the inhibitor right away. But there is one side effect I am obliged to mention. The majority of users experience immediate and significant weakening of their immune system, and when I say majority, I mean everyone. To put it bluntly, it will severely affect your health. Therefore, the choice is yours. It should be mine either way, so I suppose. Is the process painful or dangerous? No, not at all. Well, maybe a bit dangerous, but it's not painful at all. Much. You might get a bit woozy, but that's it. Do I need to prepare somehow? No, just go ahead and swallow it. Well, I suppose I will take the pill and swallow it. You force the large pill down, and for a while, nothing happens. No, something does happen. The pill goes down, hopefully, otherwise it's just weird. I don't think it's working, I'm gonna say. Carrie, are you alright? Can you hear me? I'm not. I'm sort of passing out. That's not gonna be the last time we're gonna do that. Oh, good, you're awake. How are you feeling? Ugh, my head hurts. What happened? Disabling the inhibitor seems to have caused a psionic surge, but you're alright now. While you were out, I took the liberty of performing some more DNA testing to determine the actual level of your psionic potential, and it is great. I suggest that you start your training immediately. Also take these, and he hands you a pair of syringes filled with blue liquid. These psi boosters will help you increase your psionic recovery rate. Basically, they'll allow you to use more psi abilities within a certain period of time than you normally would. They're fairly cheap, work fast, have no major side effects, and are equally useful to beginners and experienced psionics alike. There isn't a reason not to have a couple when you're going out there. I could ask for more, but I'm gonna fail because my persuasion is very bad. So how do I start learning psionic abilities? You'll have to talk to those already adept at it and see if they will teach you. We have two very good specialists in our station. Quinton is well versed in metathermics, and I got hiccups, I do apologize. It's all the blue liquid that I've been drinking, which is the area of psionic development that deals in instigating rapid temperature changes and chemical reactions. He used to be one of Biocorp's researchers working on new applications of psionics. You'll find him on the agronomy level. Besson is his name, yes. Besson is our martial artist expert. He can teach you psionic, actually psychokinetics, and how to effectively use it in unharmed combat, if that's something you're interested in. Oh, I am. I want to learn all the things. He's usually in the gymnasium across the hall, but I think he's helping with clearing up the tunnels right now, so you'll likely find him at the station platform. Thought control discipline is considered by many to be nefarious, and it's also the hardest to get really good at. I'm not sure who here can teach you. I heard rumors that Ezra, the chief of engineering, is actually a powerful mind controller, but I don't know if that's true. Most people here, including me, know nothing about Ezra, so it might be just that, some of them are making this stuff up. And then there is temporal manipulation, which purportedly allows one to control time itself. I've never seen it in action. It's a discipline few practice. However, I have heard that a man that goes by the name of what was it? Ethan Lanford? Yes, Ethan Lanford. I've heard that he's a practitioner in the discipline. He's not from around here, but he does visit SGS from time to time. In fact, I just saw him in the bar moments ago. In any case, I'm sure Arlene knows more about him. Ask her if you're interested. Anyway, I've got to go back to work. If you have more questions, you come see me anytime. Ta-da. Toodaloo. Off you go. Hey, doctor, was I good? Luckily, there were no fatalities in the earthquake. That is good. I love the fact that we have no fatalities. Now, I have a little bit of a bar over here. Do you see that? My psi is currently at 100, and it's never getting above that. I don't think, is it? How do I? Is it will? Wait, because we're gonna be focusing on willpower throughout the whole thing. What dictates my maximum size? Is it just everybody's got the same? I think maybe that is. And our health is a little bit of a problem right now. 96. We are at 126, which means we lost 30% of our health. Exactly 30%? Maybe exactly 30%. I don't know. Let's continue having a chat with Pasquale over here and see what he has to say about the rest of the stuff. He does barter. Okay, so we could do that. Oh, this is my inventory? This is his inventory. A vigorous belt. Aha. No. That's bad. It's a bad belt. We have blueprints. Now, we might need these. I want to look at my crafting in a little bit and see what blueprints I have. Side boosters. Are they really that cheap? 547 each. They are not so cheap. I could use more. Although I do have a lot of things in here that I might want to sell. Can you not say that? Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, let's look at our crafting over here. If I can find... There it is. It's G. And we have no recipes, which means we do need to buy the recipes that this guy has. And other people have. Oh, he can tell me... Okay, actually, maybe I want to do that. Let's see. The Psi Booster and the Health Hypo. I probably will need this. I don't remember... So, Oh, right. I request that. Don't remember how it works. And if I do auto, it chooses the credits automatically. Huh. It's very straightforward, isn't it? We're not going to mess with it for right now, but it is very straightforward. Hello, Mr. Sergeant. Sergeant? Sure. The lights are flickering again. Not now. They surprise ya. Oh, he's saying that they are not flickering right now, but because they surprise you on purpose to flicker. Anyway, we're leaving here. We have an Ouroboros over there. Is that the Ouroboros? What is that one? It's a sign. So the bodybuilder here is not the one that we need to talk to for the martial artists thingy. We do need to go to... well, we just got it. Well, we need... Yeah. Talk to Harold. We should do that before we go and learn things. Let's go to engineering. I say engineering, it is right there. Engineering and cyber labs is where we're going to talk to Harold. And is there no camera over here? There is a camera over there. I don't know that it's looking this way, though. Didn't seem to bother me. This is probably locked, though. I'll try to open it. It is locked. So I can't try to open it because I don't have lockpicks. I think it is lockpicks. I have Najed. Nahed? Let's go with Nahed. That one requires hacking of 30. And we have Ezra. Oh, I remember Ezra. I am remembering Ezra now. Not because he's a very memorable character. His face is very memorable. Everything else is sort of... I mean, he's different from everybody else. Wayne! Didn't I need to talk to you, Wayne? I think so. Let's have a chat with Ezra, though, because it's probably more important than... well... For the moment, anyway. Yeah, you see his face? Look at that. Just look at that. As he turns around to face you, you immediately notice there's something off with this man. His face is pale and hairless. He is just like mine then. He is missing one of his eyes and instead... this is different then. And instead wires protrude from his eye socket, traveling over the side of his face and disappearing down the back of his neck. The other eye is almost colorless, with a pupil so contracted that you question whether he can even see at all. He speaks with a calm and even voice. Hello, Carrie. I am Ezra. I act as the head network administrator and chief of the entire engineering sector. Let's see what you have here. Oh, also that is Can we please keep these sorted? Thank you. What do you have? Cloaking device. That's probably important. I remember having them, but I think it just increases the... It's like a passive thing. Maybe it isn't. Got goggles, psionic headband. Probably gonna need some of those. A taser. Utility belt. We can sell things. Can we sell anything, though? We can't sell anything. Okay. Because they, you know, they only buy certain things. Ezra, are you... Oh, Carrie, he says. Are you blind, Ezra? Ezra raises his hand slowly and extends it towards you. He holds two of his fingers in front of your face for a moment, each pointing at one of your eyes, before retracting the hand. What is it exactly you do here? Me, specifically, the cyber department, or the engineering sector? No, I meant you. I make sure that all parts of the station's internal network are communicating properly and securely, and that all the scripts are running as they should. I also oversee all operations of the engineering sector. What about the cyber department? We maintain and improve the station's internal network. We write programs for all automated systems in the station. What about the engineering sector? We construct, deconstruct, research, upgrade. Listing all the specific things we do would take too much time. Go around and talk to people working here. They might be willing to let you know the details of their projects. Well, it's very nice of you, thank you. I hear you are a powerful mind controller. Or a mind controller at all. Is it true? Ezra remains silent and just stares at you. Well, if this is true, I'd like to learn from you. He just keeps staring at you. I'm gonna stare back at him. At first, nothing happens, apart from the fact that you're staring at each other. That's something that's happening. And the two of you just stand there staring at each other, as I was saying. Your thoughts slowly start to drift away from what you are doing, and almost don't even notice that you're losing control of your own body. The world around you blurs away until the only thing you can clearly see is Ezra's one eye staring at you. It seems as if it's not looking at your face, but through it, into your mind. But I'm very good at will, so I'm gonna try to wrestle back the control of my body. You feel Ezra's surprise as you fight back, and for a moment you are able to break his grip on you. I'm gonna continue focusing in an attempt to take control of him. No, I don't want to do that. That would be... I mean, I might be able to... I don't want to do that, though. He might be upset. I'm gonna break off eye contact and attempt to disengage. Your will is stronger than I expected, Carrie. Consider this your first lesson. Can I use that again? I want to learn more psi abilities. I can teach you how to short-circuit the brains of others, instill fear in them, or break their minds. That sounds like a lovely time. Unfortunately, I don't know that I have thought control at that level. Now, the skill points that we applied were only 15, but that doesn't mean that, yeah, we're at 22, so, because we need to take into account the related base ability. I'm not really sure how it works, the related base stuff, but I do know that having high will allow us to have even bigger numbers. So if we can have like 100 here or 130, I don't know what the maximum is, there it would be a lot higher. Because of the related abilities. So that's pretty important right there. The related abilities are. And it says related to... Oh, base ability. I say base stat. That's a term. So we learned a thing. Did we? Yeah, we did. Neural overload. So now I can press F and see that I have a neural overload. Short circuits the central nervous system of a living target, dealing 14 to 19 electrical damage. Damage is increased by 10% for every target's point of intelligence above 5. This damage cannot be shielded and bypasses standard electrical resistance, but can be lowered by the target's resolve. And it uses 18 action points and does 15 psi points. With a very short range, all things considered. Let me try and apply it, or not apply it, but at least select it to see what the range is like. I'm gonna get myself into trouble. Nope, don't go. So I would say the range is probably each style. Let's give it a try. Yep, don't do it. Oh, we can cancel it. Okay, that's fantastic. That's really good. Also, focused. That's right. If you don't move in combat, you get a bonus to make them more effective in ranged combat. That's right. I forgot about that. It shows up over there as a little item. Anyway, we got our first psi ability. Isn't that great? I think it is. Unfortunately, we can't learn any more, but that's gonna be that for today, because we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Underrail Expedition. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.